Yes, this will be quick. The video will be right after this. I'm just saying before I get any comments. My hand is shaky. I move it all over the place. Alright? I'm uploading this for fun. And I hope you enjoy. Troy Baker's awesome. Thank you. Smash the like button and subscribe for badass content. Enjoy the video.
Troy Baker!
It's on now. It should be on now.
It should. Oh, okay. Do we really need to see the rest of that Fast and Furious trailer? I don't think so. Oh man. See, when I was growing up, we had Rocky, and when that was going to be there was even a joke in Spaceballs. It was Rocky 5000, and now this generation has Fast and Furious. So we learned nothing from our mistakes, apparently. But fuck it, we keep watching it. So. Has anyone ever been to a panel that I've done before? Well, okay. So you know how this is gonna go. The majority of you do. The rest of you don't. There is no format. There is no form. There is no structure. It is basically just shrink-wrapped chaos for the next 30 minutes. I don't even know what I'm talking about. As a matter of fact, what I'm doing right now is on the front end, the GUI, this like interface that you're seeing is me engaging with you, while the back half processes something to talk about. I could talk about The Last of Us 2.
Yeah!
But I won't. We're gonna do it again, watch this. You're still gonna make the same response. I could talk about Death Stranding.
Yeah!
But I won't. Yeah, very good. I want to know what's on your mind. And there's going to be someone going, when is it coming out? Because there's one guy from Alabama that lives in Dublin. Because instead, if I was going to do like my Irish accent, everyone would go, oh, and just get up and leave. But I want to know what's on your mind, what's on your hearts. And I don't believe in a safe space, because the world is not safe and we have to live inside of it. However, I do believe in respect. So, ask any question. I can always say no, and no matter what question people ask, respect it, understand. You'll either learn something about them or you'll learn something about yourself. Finally, you've shown up. Good, we've been expecting you. I'm sorry you missed the Fast and Furious trailer. It was... Or you were waiting outside. Are they done with it? Yes, it has Idris Elba in it, but that's the only reason why I'll go see that movie too, by the way. Throw your hands up. Who's got a question? I'm gonna go straight into it. Bam.
Okay.
No, it was literally, you won the contest and you acquiesced, you like gave up. I'm just making him run.
He's like my own personal trainer.
For a marathon. Go for it.
Coming from a massive Borderlands fan,
man, right off the bat, huh? Right off the bat. Yep, go for it. Here we go. It's going to be another Randy pitch for Twitch stream or tweet.
All I'm going to say is he'll be missed in Borderlands 3.
What you'll say what?
He'll be missed in Borderlands 3.
Yeah, I will be. Man, it's weird. There are so few characters that I've been fortunate enough to play that really just kind of stick with me. You know, every time somebody is cool enough to give me a job, I appreciate it, I run with it, I give it my 100% all, even if it's, honestly, there's a lot of times when it's like, man, this is just not well written, or it's not a good character. But that's not my job to judge it, to critique it. My job, a lot of times, isn't even to make it better. My job is to do what I can, move my character through the story, ultimately give whoever's gonna play the game, a lot of times me, the best experience possible, and walk away. I think I tried too long and too hard to fix it. It's not mine to fix, it's not my job to fix it. And then I get to be on a Telltale game. And dude, like, I still have, and by the way, if you don't have Telltale games somewhere downloaded on your console, your iPad, Steam, or whatever, do it now because it's about to be gone. It may already be gone. Is it already gone? Poof, gone. It now lives in the same place that, like, socks that go missing in a dryer and the demo for PT now lives. I know. Woof. Just into the ether. Makes me so sad. The Back to the Future game was the 4th movie for me. I don't know if you ever played it. It was so good. I'm glad that I still have one iPad that has it on there. And then we always knew going in that Borderlands 3 was down the pipe, and that they were going to take our characters and put them into proper canon, and I couldn't wait. There's so many stories I can tell you about that, but I appreciate the sentiment. I know it's going to be a good game. Borderlands games are fun. They're fun romps. I was just really excited, and I'm really disappointed. But it is what it is. Ultimately, as long as the game's good, that's what matters for games in general, not my involvement. Throw your hands up. I'm going to go to this side because you guys are spoiled now. Second row, right here.
Me?
You were close. No, wait, you're the 3rd row. Sorry, the 3rd row. The lovely girl right there behind you. You were right. You're the 2nd. Yes, you're good. And that's all on camera, by the way. Can't wait for Randy Pitchford to tweet at me. Here we go.
Hi, you were talking about characters that have had an impact on you. Is there a number one character that stands out that has impacted you the most?
This is the most eloquent way to ask the question, what's your favorite character? Could you do me a favor also? Could you put the audience mic in the monitors just so I can hear? Yeah. Man, not number one. Beautifully asked question, impossible to answer. Joel changed my life in a very fundamental and unilateral way. I was talking to somebody earlier about this today, and it broke me. Like, Neil Druckmann, when we were on set and we did the famous Sarah scene, I was talking to somebody about this today. If you're in here, you'll pardon the repetition of it. I remember after we finished doing that the 2nd time, he said, we're gonna have to create new tech to properly capture your crying. Because the way that I was watching, the way that the human eye, the blood vessels, how they dilate, and what happens to the color of your eye, what happens when we cry. We don't currently have tech that can do that. And we're gonna have to create new tech so that we can capture what you did. I was like, wow. And that's the beauty of games. We are not chasing technology, but we are pushing it. And somebody just recently asked me a question. They're like, how do you feel technology has improved video games? And I'm like, it's the other way around. Video games have improved technology. And any time that they try to shoehorn in some kind of feature or tech into a game, you always feel it. I was talking about how many people really use the touchpad on the PS4, DualShock, you know? It's like, I don't want to do this. I want to play. It's the other way around. We, as gamers, we organically want to experience something, or there's a performance that we watch, or the writing elevates to a new level, or something experientially happens within the game, and tech goes, we have to evolve in order to execute this better. There was a question that you asked that somehow I just but as far as characters, favorites, roles, performances, I know what I was saying. Joel broke me. I had to, that's what I was saying. The tech had to get better in order to capture that performance, and I as a person and I as an actor had to get better in order for that character to really break through, because Troy is a barrier for Joel. If I stand in the way, you don't see Joel, you just see Troy as an actor delivering lines. And I had to find a way to remove Troy and let Joel come through. And that was something that I had never really had to do before. Because I had always been like, watch what Troy can do. And this was the first time, no, see who Joel is. And Troy has to step out of the way. And it was a really cool lesson for me to learn as an actor, as a person. Maybe that's my number one, I don't know. She's like, never played it. No idea what you're talking about.
The next question apparently is from Discord.
Oh, bring it, let's do it.
Retro Replay Discord, which is available only for you to join.
Scalding Canada.
Yeah. So this question is from Janine.
Okay, hi Janine.
What is your most memorable moment connecting with your fans?
Of making what? Making Whip It with my fans? The most memorable moment with the retro fans, with my replayers? Right now. It's the most memorable. I remember it the best. Because it just happened. I'm flipping through the Rolodex. Man, does anyone know what we're talking about or don't know what we're talking about when we say retro replay? Shut up, you don't care. I love that people went, woo, I don't know what you're talking about. It's like, put that response. If you don't know, there's a show that Nolan North and I, Nolan North is another name in video games. Just starting, just give him a break. Taught him everything he doesn't know. He and I sat down on a couch a year ago and decided that we were going to go through retro games because there were games that I hadn't played and all of the games that Nolan had never played, and we decided to put a camera on it and call it Retro Replay. 53 episodes, 5 episodes later, we have like a community that we've built, and that's the whole goal of this thing. If our goal is to create content, sometimes we're good at that and other times we're bad at it, but our goal is to engage with and proliferate a community of people that is all about supporting one another. And we've seen some incredible moments of that. This is what I absolutely is what I want to talk about. We had someone write into us and say, hey, my sister, it was tweeted at me, I think. My sister just found out that she has Hodgkin's lymphoma. And she's about to start treatment. She's really having a rough week. Can you just like send her a thanks on Twitter? And I went, or we can dedicate an entire episode to her. And we were really on the fence because is that what we want to do? Do we want to start off the show that? Because we have a cold open, which means we just start the show and then we say something and then it goes to credits and then the rest of the episode airs. And I had a Filthy Casual made an awesome Fuck Cancer shirt and I was wearing that and we're like, this episode is for you, Kat. And then, so we shoot that episode and the episode airs the following Thursday. My wife's calling me. Call her back. What sucks is, it was a FaceTime video, and I guarantee you what that means is that my son Traveler just woke up, and so I get to see his like sleepy, tired face. I love you guys. You have no idea. I want to see that boy's monkey face. And so the following Thursday, we're in our live chat, because for you guys, it's Friday, like Thursday night, it's like at midnight. Isn't that right, 11 midnight? And we're 4 o'clock in the afternoon, just like, oh, this is so much fun. You guys are like, stay awake. And that episode airs, and people just flooded with support. And then, that was 2 months ago, 3 months ago, Kat just got her letter from her doctor, full remission, totally great. Awesome. Man, I get super emotional about it. I'm not saying that our show did cure her. But what I saw was a community of people, and it was a beautiful moment. We have this stupid thing it's a cutaway of Mittens the cat, and it's just, that's all you need to know. That's all you need to know. Poor Mittens. And if this was the show right now, you'd see what we're just, and children would scream. And so now it's become an emoji on our chat, and I was like, replayers, let's show Cat all the love, and our entire chat just filled with mittens emojis, just cats, and it was just like, it could have been anything. I was like, what do we do right now to show like, hey, congratulations for beating cancer? What emoticon exists for that? And that was the moment where I looked at Nolan as like, I think we're doing something good. I think we're doing something really, really good, because it had nothing to do with us. It was, at that moment, 1,200 people that were just like, we love you and we support you. And Steve Longpop, who's one of our replayers, he's a cancer survivor as well. He reached out to Kat. I was like, that's what it's all about. And in the age of two crazy guys on two crazy continents that are trying to run the country with crazy hair, you guys, by the way, have got it right. Like, you've got the one old guy in politics that's really cool. I don't know how you did it, but like, whatever you call it, like commencement speech, whatever it is, but he did it in Gaelic. I was like, that's a cool old dude. Like, I don't know what you politically feel, but I was like, I respect that dude, because our guy is weird, and I'm gonna blow up Iran. Never mind, 5 minutes before we're supposed to do it. I'm like, what message does... Anyway, I'm gonna get off the platform. Then Boris Johnson's just looking like Gary Busey, just like, ah! Theresa May steps down, he's like, it's my chance! Whatever. You guys don't have to worry about Britain anymore. Oh boy, come to Ireland to make English jokes. Here we go. Next question. Get me out of this now. Bam, you, all the way over there. Or do you have another yard with someone set up? I'm going to trust you. You pick. Don't listen to me. I'm just on the stage with the mic.
Hey, Joy.
Hello.
So I was recently watching the documentary that PlayStation released for the new God of War, Raising Kratos. So without spoilers, obviously, for the game, there's a part in it where Christopher Judge talks about how at a certain point in the game you had to like really dig deep for like a certain emotional part in the game where Kratos goes to do something. Is there any moments you've had like that in any of your performances? I'm assuming maybe last was with Sarah or Ellie, or any other performances you got?
She hasn't played it. Joke. Just an inside joke with us on the other side of it. Yeah, Sarah, for sure. And here's, going back to that moment, here's the mistake that I made. You always hear, and I tell this to actors all the time, like, incredibly uncommon. I told this to Richard Dreyfuss, and I know I get to say that sentence and mean it. I told this story to Richard Dreyfuss, and he laughed at me, like, to my face. He was like, with that laugh, Richard Dreyfuss had that Close Encounters laugh. I said, as an actor, you always want to attach some emotional, in an emotional scene, you want to attach that to something personal. And he goes, no, it's, to quote Laurence Olivier, my dear boy, it's called acting. And man, I so selfishly, that moment, that scene originally just served me. Watch me wow you with my acting ability. I can't wait to do this scene because I'm going to give such an amazing performance with the bread. And so here's what I did. I'm going to walk you through my prep. Neil had given me a heads up. We would shoot Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, once a month, typically. Rehearse Wednesday, shoot Thursday, Friday. So when we wrapped on this one Friday, he goes, just to let you know, next month, we're going to shoot that scene. I was like, I appreciate that. I'll be preparing for the next 30 days. Like I was going to go in the desert and fast or something. And so I said, can you make one concession? Can you save that till the end of the day? He goes, sure, I totally understand. And so on set, I'm just like the guy that is like, oh, we gotta go, blah, 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 ready? I just go in and out. I don't believe in staying in character. Everybody, take your fist and just clench it as tight as you can. How long do you think you can do that? 30 seconds, 60 seconds, and you're like, that's acting. So like, you can't do that for 8 to 12 hours. You can't. At some point, you're gonna wind down, and you're not gonna have the same strength. So, acting, I compare it to American football, it is 5 seconds at a time. It's clench your fist, let it go. Ooh, shake it off. Clench your fist, let it go. So some people believe in staying in character. Daniel Day-Lewis just like becomes a whole totally different person. Hello everybody. I feel like I just walked into my own intervention. I knew this was coming. Troy, we love you very much. So the day comes. It's Friday. We rehearsed Wednesday, didn't rehearse that scene. Didn't even do a table read like we normally do Thursday, Friday, as I recall. And because it was all blocking, there's very few lines, right? Go to shoot Friday, goes, we're ready for the scene. I said, give me just a minute. And I went outside, and at that time I still smoked, idiot. And I went out in the parking lot of the Culver stages, and I lit a cigarette, and I started going through in my mind the one moment that I knew I wanted to connect to. It was one of the worst, darkest moments that I just left there. And that's what our brain does. You experience trauma, and you go, okay, we're gonna lock this, seal this, bury it in the ocean of your mind, and we don't ever have to deal with it again. And I swam down to the depths, picked the lock, and threw open the lid. Don't do that. That is the worst thing that you can do. If there's something that you haven't dealt with properly, especially then it's dangerous. You're dealing with your psyche, you're dealing with your mind, you're dealing with your heart. And I just started like, I want to feel all of that all over again. And I went, and it immediately, viscerally hit me. And I was like, I guess I'm ready. And I walked in, and I'm already, it's just here. There is no Joel at all. There's just Troy suffering and barely holding onto his own emotions. And we're like, are you ready? And I'm doing this stupid T-pose. You can even see it in the behind the scenes. I'm sitting there and I was like crying. Action. And it just comes out. The levee breaks. And I mean, I am wailing, not acting. It's just, and I'm holding her, and I'm crying, whole thing happens. Cut. I'm exhausted, my heart's pounding, my face is red, you get that crying headache. Neil, wanna go again? And now I'm confused. I want to go again. Hadn't planned on that one. One shot Baker, boom, one and done. Wrap it. BAFTA. I'm gonna go again. Action. And now I've blown my wad. I'm like, I'm sorry. And now I'm hemping that memory. No, do it again for me. Cut. I want to go again. What is wrong with you, man? I want to go again. 5, 6, 7, 8 takes. Cut. I think we've got it. You think? I think we've got it. We wrap. Get out of my suit, get into my car, drive to my house, walk in, go straight to bed, and didn't surface until the next day. Out, just out. A couple weeks later, we're shooting again. Go outside, have a cigarette, Neil comes in and goes, great job. So just want to let you know, we're gonna, next shoot that we do, we're gonna reshoot a scene, and I went, Don't, he goes. And they have this whole thing where if you say something that's unbelievable, you have to do this to say I'm not kidding. And he was like, I went, why? He goes, we don't have it, we need to shoot it again. So a couple weeks later, we're going to shoot, and now I'm pissed. Now I'm like, okay, we'll reshoot this scene? Let's reshoot this scene, I'm ready. Like a fighter, you know? Action. Ah! Vacant. Cut. Want to go again? Dude. We go through it again. Third take. Neil comes over to me, and he has a piece of, he always has a piece of, visualize this. There's one of 3 shirts that Neil is wearing. It's either one with an elephant on it, it's an LA t-shirt, or it's a black t-shirt. Just one of, only has 3 t-shirts in his entire life. And he has his Chuck Taylors, and he kind of rotates on the outside of his feet, and he'll go, Joe. Question. And he's walked over and he goes, I'm picking up on some resistance. Love that. I'm picking up on some resistance. He said, yeah, because we've got this. You're just wasting my time, everybody else's time, because you have the shot in the can. For some reason, you won't accept it. He goes, you think we have it? I said, yes, I know you do. He goes, here's what I have. I have a man broken. I was like, yeah. His daughter just died. Spoiler. He said, here's what I don't have. What's happening? This is happening. I can fix it. It's not working. She's going. She's gone. I'm broken. And I went. And he was right. That scene served me. Because I wanted so desperately for people to think that I was a good actor. That I could go to that deep place and produce instead of going, Troy has to get out of the way so that Joel could come through. Because this guy is a really good guy. With his own thoughts and his own feelings and his own worldview, it has nothing to do with me. I'm a guy from Texas that happened to go to LA, that walked into the right room at the right time, and somebody gave me a shot. Get out of the way, I don't care. I'll talk to you later. I don't care about you right now, I care about this guy. And I was so full of my own ego that I couldn't see that. And I wonder about, in my life, how many times do I put up a front because I'm so afraid of what you want to see, or I think that you want to see, and behind that is a real person that you really want to know, and that has his own thoughts and worldview and feelings and flaws, and that's who you really want to see. But I think you want to see this. Somebody brought up a persona thing to me today and reminded me of a line from that I love. Always be your true self. Nobody cares about this guy. What they want to see is the person behind it. Don't stand behind the flat, one-dimensional version that you think everybody wants to see. Because behind that is the most amazing, compelling, life-changing person with their own thoughts and their own worldview and their own flaws that somebody is going to relate to, that someone is going to connect with. Making sense? Always be your true self. Always be your true self. Always be your true self. 5 minutes. What time is it?
You're just about
Oh man, I thought, dude, I was about to slam dunk that. I thought that was the end of it.
We can end it there.
No. As long as I'm able to speak.
We got out time for one more question, so
you pick it. I don't want to be responsible for this.
we haven't been towards the back, so I'm going to go for this young person here.
Does that help anybody?
Hello. Is there anything you guys that you'd want to do on Retro Replay that you haven't done yet?
Yes! Dude, are you kidding me? It's a cool room. My dreams for what this channel can be keep me up at night. I want to do... all right, just for us friends, don't tell anybody else. Here's what I want this thing to be. Do you have an idea? Do you have an idea? Sure. Come make an idea with me. Do you have an idea? Come make an idea with me. Do you want to make a film? Let's make a film. Do you want to direct it and act in it? Let's do that together. Do you draw? Do you paint? Let's go do this together. This has nothing, if you don't know by now, this has nothing to do with games, but it has everything to do with playing them. Does it make sense? I hope that you're not tuning in to watch us play Contra. I'll give you a little spoiler. We're gonna do RoboCop. Well, sorry. Because if you're excited to see us play that game, wow. You're gonna be wildly disappointed. But if you're here to see us talk about things, get after it. I want to create a platform and an opportunity to where if you have a dream, let's do this thing together. Let's fail miserably together at it and learn from it and do another one, and then do another one, and then do another one, and then find more people that they had their ideas. Because it's so, I was talking to John Reisinger at Rooster Teeth, and he came up with this phrase that I love. He goes, we're all out here trying to scrape space on the internet. I'm like, yeah, scraping space, just chiseling away at it, trying to find a way. And you'll have your Jack Blacks that 30 minutes after they go live on YouTube have 4 million people, and they're chucking their recognitions from YouTube. Oh, there's 1 million, there's 2 million, there's 3 million. Good for you, Jack Black. Go make another Jumanji. We don't need another one. But if you have an idea, let's make it together. That's what I really want to do. And if that means I need to sit on a couch and watch Nolan suck, hell yeah, I'll do it every Thursday. If that means we break TVs, hell yeah, let's do it every Monday. All that we care about is that we're doing it together. Because this life sucks alone, but it is awesome together. We are not made to be alone. I'm a loner. Shut up. No, you're not. You really aren't. That's a false self. You are not made to be alone. Because if you were, you would be a single-cell organism, and you're not. You're a trillion cells that banded together and are walking around as you. You're not made to be alone. Connect. Whatever way you want to. If you connect with people by playing Fortnite, winner, winner, chicken dinner, do it. That was Battlegrounds, but whatever, you know what I was going. PUBG, sure. We're not made to be alone. Connect with other people. If that means you watch Retro Replay and you're in our live chat every Thursday and that's how you connect, choo-choo, mother lover, let's do this. That's how we do it. Just find a way to connect. Find a community that you can attach yourself to, that will support you, and don't add to the noise. Nobody cares about your critique about whatever stupid thing. Nobody cares. It doesn't matter. My opinion on Trump doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, and it's adding to the noise. But if somebody has Hodgkin's lymphoma, and they just need a shout out, let's go. That's how I don't add to the noise, I add to the music, because we're making this symphony together, y'all. woof, I get fired up talking about this. So you asked me, are there things on Retro Replay that I want to do? Hell yeah, man! For games, I don't care about the game. You put E.T. in front of me, I'll make a show about it. We're not going to play E.T. Maybe we'll play E.T. We actually have the cartridge now. I tell you what, this answer is going to be so meta. I'll ask you, what do we play next? Thank you guys for hanging out with me this afternoon. Thank you so much.
Mr. Troy Baker! And you can visit Troy at his table and indeed watch Retro Replay on Fridays and Thursdays, depending on which country you are in. But in the meantime, we are now ending our panels for today, and we will be returning with some cosplay masquerade for you up next, thanks to the Guild of Nerds. And so you will be able to delve into some fantastic costumes for the next bit of this show.